The World in Review. The whole story. World in Review. News without the humanistic bias. World in Review. Analyzing and reporting. World in Review. Education and information. World in Review. From a biblical perspective. The World in Review. With your host, Wally Wood. The World in Review.
The Revelation File Report is a production of Wally Wood Ministries, a Houston-based tax-exempt nonprofit educational and instructional ministry. In these reports, we share information, articles, videos, and other materials that may be copyrighted. We give adequate recognition to all sources of the materials presented. Our purpose is not to defame or malign anyone or any source, nor are we pursuant of financial gain. Our purpose is to bring focus to global trends and events that, in our estimation, deem pertinent to end-time Bible prophecy. Free will offerings are welcomed. This is our copyright and fair use doctrine that we post at every presentation that we make. Hello everyone, I'm Wally Wood, and I welcome you to this edition of the Revelation File. We have been reviewing over a long period of time such technological developments as are hinted in ancient Bible prophecy for the last days to convince our audiences that these are the days of which the prophets wrote. Of particular interest to me personally are the technological advancements, because as I've said before, Revelation 13 is, in my estimation, the most technologically advanced chapter in the Bible. It requires advanced technology to fulfill everything that's in that chapter. And today is no exception. We're going to take an interesting dive into this matter of virtual children. And already the talk is being given, and the advancements are advancing in the area of digital kids without the hassles and the mess. From courtesy of the soulmachines.com, could the future of parenthood be having virtual children in the metaverse? Imagine escaping the real world of real babies with all the mess, cost, and personal investment of parenting, and entering a digital world of virtual babies without the mess, cost, and personal investment of parenting. Don't scoff. It's happening, and it's evolving. From Tech 2 News. Tamagotchi generation. Will future parenthood mean having virtual children in the metaverse? According to Tech 2, around 50 years from now, parents can have virtual offspring whom they can cuddle and converse with. These digital children will be a far more advanced version of the Tamagotchi pets from Japan, and we'll explain that in just a moment. You see here the address, the URL that you can go to after today's program and view these things for yourself. Move over to Tamagotchi toys. Tamagotchi children are the future. According to a new book by one of United Kingdom's leading authorities on artificial intelligence, in the next 50 years, parents will have the choice of having digital children. Catriona Campbell, the author of AI by Design, A Plan for Living with Artificial Intelligence, has called it the Tamagotchi generation, after the digital pet toys from Japan, which were quite the rage in the 1990s and early 2000s. So what are the Tamagotchis? They are electronic pets created by a Japanese toy manufacturer, Bandai, and the task at hand is to keep them alive. As of March 2021, Bandai has sold more than 83 million Tamagotchi units. Once the video game is activated, an egg appears on the screen and hatches into a pet, which is to be raised by the player. It needs to be fed and taken care of when sick. The pet goes through the regular life cycle of being a baby, child, teenager, and adult. The pets can die because of old age and sickness. Tamagotchi toy, which sparked 90s craze, relaunched with new updates. So what are digital offspring? According to Campbell, technology is likely to advance so much that parents will have the option to have virtual babies, which will exist in the metaverse. They can be accessed using virtual reality technology like a headset to make a user feel as if they're face-to-face with the child. In an interview with the London Guardian, the British AI expert said that digital children will not be an anomaly. Quoting, "As the metaverse evolves, I can see virtual children becoming an accepted and fully embraced part of society in much of the developed world," she says. So what will these kids look like? Digital children can be built to look like their parents. Quoting, "You will be able to play with them and cuddle them. They will be capable of simulated emotional responses as well as speech. Parents will be able to interact with their virtual kids in virtual parks, swimming pools, or living rooms. They can choose how quick the children will grow up, or they have the choice to let the infant be infants. If you have the children on a monthly subscription basis, you can cancel it according to the report. In other words, you can abort the mission at will." Interesting. Have there been any experiments in the past? Yes. This is not a completely novel idea. Baby X is an experiment by New Zealand-based company Soul Machines, aimed at humanizing AI. The virtual child's brain is made up of algorithms that deduce what is good and what is bad. This enables Baby X to learn how to respond to interactions just like a real infant. Its movements and expressions on screen are also devised from the actual movements of babies. Baby X is a project of Auckland's Bioengineering Institute Laboratory for Animate Technologies to make a virtual animated baby that learns and reacts like a human baby. And here again, you have the address.
Human cooperation is the most powerful force in human history, and it's enabled us to put a person on the moon, to create microchips, to do all kinds of incredible things. Human cooperation with intelligent machines will really define the next era of history.
We're moving into an era where we're going to spend more and more of our time interacting with artificial intelligence, with robots and other forms of automated machinery. And the core concept behind what we do and the technology we deliver is, wouldn't all of those machines be more useful to us as humans if they were more like us?
Hello, I'm Fatima.
Literally, Soul Machines puts a face on artificial intelligence. I mean, it adds the human qualities of emotional intelligence to the AI systems, and it means we can interact with artificial intelligence in an incredibly human-like way.
Soul Machines provides unparalleled AGI to autonomously animate digital people as the ultimate platform for human-machine collaboration. In a world where physical distancing is required, Soul Machines digital people provide a safe and engaging way to connect brands and customers.
So what's important about this human operating system is it providing a connection between artificial intelligence and people, but even more importantly, it's creating this connection between people and artificial intelligence. So as we explore the potential for this, people can put this technology to work in a way that redefines their business, redefines what is possible for their customers, for their clients, for their industry.
Our digital people have been successfully utilized in a number of industries, including consumer goods, retail, banking, customer service, automotive, healthcare, and education.
Your temperature is a little high, but not alarming.
I'm here to help you with your top questions about your bank accounts.
Our Human OS platform with autonomous animation allows companies to create and bring to life astonishing digital people for a number of use cases, delivering the goodness of human and machine collaboration.
Soul Machines, as a name, it means multiple things. So on one level, it's connecting souls, as in people, to machines. So we're building the technology to make that possible. And on another level, it's putting a little bit of soul into a machine.
Soul Machine's astonishing digital people help brands connect with customers in a powerful new way.
Kevin Kelly, founder of Wired magazine, in his book in 1994 entitled Out of Control, says the realm of the born, all that is nature, and the realm of the made, all that is humanly constructed, are becoming one. Machines are becoming biological, and the biological is becoming engineered. Technicians are conjuring up contraptions that are at once both made and alive. Our future is technological, but it will not be a world of gray steel. Rather, our technological future is headed toward a neo-biological civilization. A neo-biological civilization, end of quote. Quoting from Revelation 13:15, he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that he should both speak and command, end of quote.
Hello, I'm Siren, and I'm a digital human. I was created by an international team of artists and engineers who wanted to challenge our ideas of what a synthetic human could be. I've got state-of-the-art real-time graphics and an unprecedented level of detail in my eyes, skin, and hair. Cool, right? But I'm more than just a collection of fancy pixels. I'm actually being driven by a real human actress and her dynamic motion capture through Unreal Engine. So what are you waiting for? Come meet me at the Vicon booth and see for yourself.
We're on the GDC show floor, and one of the first things we're seeing is a digital human. Say hello to Siren. Siren is a collaboration between Epic Games, Vicon, Tencent, Cubic Motion, and 3Lateral. These are companies that are coming together to make the Uncanny Valley even more uncanny. So what these teams have done is created a way for a actress's performance to be superimposed digitally onto someone else's face, basically. And it looks like the real person talking. So this technology reads the actress's face as she's performing, and it superimposes it. It just transfers it directly to a digital character who acts like her and does not look like her. It's really kind of creepy, but also really, really impressive. Mocap is a huge component of gaming nowadays, especially in the AAA realm. This is something that could help major studios cut down time in animation and bring their characters to life in a really clean way. And that's what Epic is really trying to do here. That's why they have the Unreal Engine. That's really their jam. But there's also a bunch of other uses for this kind of technology. Movies, advertising, TV. This is something that can even be used in the fake news realm to make people look like they're saying things that they never actually said. So that's something to keep an eye on in the future. We're on the ground at GDC, so for all the coolest and weirdest news out of the show, stay tuned to Engadget.com.
The ultimate extreme in artificial intelligence. The late Professor Stephen Hawking from Cambridge University was an English theoretical physicist and cosmologist. And he said that the primitive forms of artificial intelligence are already around. We already have it and have proved very useful. But I think the development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race, end of quote. Likewise, Elon Musk, and we're all familiar with him, he made a comment one time saying, we should be very careful about artificial intelligence. It's our biggest existential threat. With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon, end of quote. How very true, how very prophetic. Matthew 24:11, unless those days be cut short, no flesh would be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days will be cut short. In today's advancements, I want you to focus on this in case you have not seen it. Metaphysic works, and it put its magic together in a live on-stage performance at the America's Got Talent program in September 2022. Pay attention to this. Remember what Jessica Condit said in her piece about this type of technology being used in fake news? This is something that can be used in the fake news realm, she said, to make people look like they said things that they never actually said. So that's something to keep an eye on in the future. And indeed, what you just saw, these three gentlemen singing words that they never sang before, to make people look like they said things that they never actually said. Amazing. Quoting further, these teams have created a way for a person's performance to be superimposed digitally onto someone else's face, basically, and it looks like the real person performing. Transfers it directly to a digital character who acts like that person and does not look like them. End of quote. At the very beginning of that show, of that clip, you saw three men walk out in front of the cameras. Well, those were three separate actors, singers, but those cameras superimposed the faces of these three judges onto their faces on the video, and that's what you heard and saw. These are the three actors I have circled that came out to the cameras. They are not the three that were projected on the camera. We all know that Homo sapiens that they're the human species of scientific terms. Well, now the Robo Sapien is understood to be the next and final stage in the so-called human evolution cycle, the robot species. Here to the left, you see the Robo Sapiens book by Peter Menzel and Faith D'Alessio. Quoting, "Around the world, scientists and engineers are participating in a high-stakes race to build the first intelligent robot. The new generation of robots will be something else, smart machines that act like living creatures. When they're brought into existence, science fiction will have become fact." End of quote. Quoting further, "Our machines are beginning to resemble us. Robots already walk, talk, and dance. They can react to our facial expressions and obey verbal commands. When they take the next step and become fully autonomous, what will they do? Will we be partners or rivals? Could we meld into a single species, Robo Sapiens? End of quote. I am amazed and intrigued by what the Bible predicted thousands of years ago on this matter. Revelation 13, 14 through 15. He deceives those who dwell on the earth by those signs which he was granted to do in the sight of the beast, the world leader, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image to the beast. He was granted power to give breath to the image, that it should speak and command. From the Bible, 2,000 years ago. Quoting again from Isaiah and Matthew, everything I prophesied has come true, and now I will prophesy again, says the Lord. I will tell you the future before it happens, that you may know and believe me. When you see all these things beginning to happen, know that my return is near, even at the door. Matthew 24:34. Assuredly I say to you, this generation will by no means pass away till all these things take place. I am absolutely intrigued and enthralled by how accurate this ancient book is on the times in which we're living now. And I hope that programs like this will go far and wide. They are designed and intended to be used in private Bible studies or in large sanctuaries. I want everyone who sees these programs to know this is the time that was long prophesied as being the last generation before Jesus comes back. And my whole purpose is to make relevant those Bible prophecies by showing current headlines and news trends and issues. I'm not here to become famous or anything of this nature. I'm called to dig down deep into the news of the issues and trends of the day and connect it back to these ancient prophecies. And so I leave it to you, the audience, to do with this as you will. If you have lost loved ones, family members, friends, acquaintances, bring them to your house. Let them see these presentations. Because this is the day, this is the generation that will see with its eye the splitting that eastern sky. And I pray that everyone who sees these things and will, in a balanced way, look at the news from a different perspective, a biblical, prophetic perspective, that we will all be drawn closer, closer to our Lord, because his coming is nigh. This is the image of the beast technology we're looking at. And we will continue to review these matters. We'll continue to look at the developing new world order that was prophesied in Daniel chapter 2. It is my prayer and my hope that the body of Christ will take this program and cycle it wherever it can go. It's also my hope and prayer that if you have not made a personal commitment to Jesus Christ, who said these things would happen, that you would do so off programs like this, because the time is short. I thank you for watching. I'm Wally Wood. I wish that you will come back and see more of our programs, and I pray that God will be glorified as you view these shows. Thank you for watching.
You have been watching the Revelation File Report with Wally Wood, a Wally Wood Ministries production from Houston, Texas. You are able to support the ministry by donating at wallywoodministries.com and by mail at Wally Wood Ministries, P.O. Box 42005, Houston, Texas 77242. Wally is available to present full 2-hour forums in your city called the Revelation File News Forum. For more details, contact Andy Valadez at 713-560-3348 or by email at andy@andyvaladez.com. The Revelation File News Report is a weekly update of global trends in the news as it aligns with end-time Bible prophecy. Tune in again next time and be sure to like and share this channel.